Selling an ebook is not passive income. I've just finished watching Ali Abdaal's latest video, 9 passive income ideas, how he makes 27k a week. All very exciting, all very attractive. If you're watching this, Ali, how you doing? How's the family? Big fan of the channel. Don't know why I'm speaking to you like this. You don't know who I am. None of you know. I'm just a little bloke sat in his bedroom talking about passive income. Aren't we all at this stage in our lives? But anyway, you know, I found the video really interesting. One of those ideas was selling a digital product, such as a course. And he also mentioned selling an ebook. Now, as someone who's sold an ebook online, I do want to just chip in with a part of this. And I just want to say that if you're in the sort of position where you're starting from zero, looking to build a passive income stream, then an ebook is not going to be the one for you. I don't really have anything else to say on the others because I'm not really too experienced with them, but as someone who's sold an ebook, I can definitely say it's not passive income. Right now, I'm using the definition of passive income whereby we do a little bit of work and then in the long term we're reaping money from it and we don't have to do anything thereafter. And that's what it sounds like with a book. You write the book and then you release it and then you just get the royalties forever and a day, and it all sounds really wonderful. But the thing is that after going through the whole experience of publishing my first book, I can very easily say that you're more than likely overlooking the amount of work that is required to actually get that book out on the market in the first place. Not just actually get it out, but make it something that people actually want to buy. So in the video, Ali talks about finding people's problems and going about solving them, and obviously in a very competitive market you want to be able to solve people's problems better than the other. Now with an ebook, very often those types of successful books which are going to generate a good passive income stream, the ones that do solve people's problems and solve them better than the others, which is why we see a lot of books on how to achieve 100k a month in passive income. That's why they're doing very well, because they're selling people information on problems they want to solve. In fact, Ali probably could have taken this video and sold it as an ebook and probably made a lot of money from it. I mean, he's making enough as it is, isn't it? So don't really matter too much, but that's the entire idea. It's solving people's problems, and this video is probably going to do really well because it's solving problems in that regard. But what you've got to ask yourself, if you want to solve people's problems as well, you've got to be an expert in something. You've got to have some kind of credibility, and you've got to have a reason for people to listen to you and not the other person. And going about establishing credibility and knowledge and a solution takes a lot of time. Takes a lot of time, a lot of investment in your time, your energy, and you can't be done in just a few weeks of research, put it that way. Now when you go about writing an ebook, a lot of work goes into it. If you want to make a genuinely good ebook, you're going to be spending a lot of time going over drafts, going over covers, going over the copywriting to actually sell it on the product page. What else you got? You got to format the manuscript. You got to go do all these things, and then there's the marketing of it itself. You've got to go about advertising on lots of different platforms, and there's a lot of work that goes into it. I mean, ultimately, the advertising, the marketing is what's going to drive the sales. So eventually, that's what's going to be driving the passive income. But you've got to be on top of that. Now, I don't realise I'm speaking very quick, but put it this way. My book, Running for Success, this is the paperback version. A lot of work went into this. It's not just a case of writing a first draft, thinking, yeah, that'll do, getting a cover. I mean, it's so easy to overlook the process of it. So all of this takes time. Right, now I'm not saying all of this is of the highest quality and is a market leader and all of it. A lot of this is just me waffling about my experiences. Actually, I'm not selling it well, am I? This is how to go from beginner to marathoner and revamp your mindset into getting any task done without the need for motivation. It's a very, very powerful idea, so if you're interested, go check it out. But more to the point, writing that first draft took a month and a couple of weeks of writing 2,000 words every single day. Now that's not an easy feat, and if you're trying to juggle that with uni or with work, then that's not easy to do at all, and it requires a lot of energy, not just time. So you're looking at least a month and a bit more to try and get that first draft done, and then you've got to go about editing. And if you're going to get an editor for it, which you should do, then you've got to try and find the right kind of editor. You've got to build a rapport with your editor. And you've got to go through multiple redrafts, which is going to take a lot of time. That can take any number of months. For some people, it can take up to a year. And then even to be able to write properly, you need to have a bit of practice writing. It's not going to be something you're going to just do off the bat. There's going to be a lot of planning there. There's got to be a lot of learning on how to actually structure your book. And I think, yeah, even going further from that, if you're going to solve people's problems, you need to know their problems. You need to do your research. You need to research your market. Then after that, you've got the cover. And eventually, I did the cover myself. And I know it's not the most grand or exquisite thing in the world, but this took time to learn how to actually get it to the right sort of dimensions, to actually get it so that it would be accepted by Amazon, and obviously to design it myself, learn how to use the design software, a bit of graphic design on my end there. I had a failed experience with trying to get someone from Fiverr to do a design for me. Now that's all extra time, that's extra money, that's a lot of effort going into that as well. And then obviously with the formatting of the manuscript, right, let's look at the pure details with this. And this is for the paperback version, but when you go about doing a paperback book, you need to make sure the margins are correct, you need to make sure the font size and the font and the word spacing is correct, you need to make sure that there's no orphans or widows at all in any of the text. You need to have the header and the footer correct, you need to have page number. There's so much that goes into it. Now I think you get the idea. So let's look at the bigger picture. So much work is going to go into creating a book which is going to have its own standing in the market. So there's a lot of work in actually writing the book, and then to be an expert in which people trust, that takes potential degrees, that takes so much networking, so much that takes being respected by people, that takes being known by people. So you have to go all over the internet, all over the world to try and gain your credibility. And so if you want to create something which people are going to trust you to solve their problem, you also need to go about creating that credibility. So what I'm saying overall, yes, it takes a lot of energy, yes, it takes a lot of detailed work, it takes a lot of time to write an ebook. And this is why I think if you're in the position where you're just starting out from scratch, it's not going to be passive income. It will be delayed income because you put a lot of work in at the start and you get a little bit back at the end. Your first ebook probably won't sustain sales past the third month, shall we say, simply because you're probably not experienced enough to know how to make a good ebook. And if you go through all of the companies going to help you publish it, then that's a lot of money that you're investing in there. So you've already got money to make back. Either way, there's going to be expenses incurred. And what you need to think about is how much do I value my time? Because the idea of passive income is that you don't need to put any time or effort in, you just get the money. But if you're putting in hours upon hours just with the writing, the cover design, the editing, the formatting, the marketing, all of these things, then can you really say that you're profiting? You're taking all of this time and effort to get the ebook out there so that you can make back the investment in time and money and energy later on. Are you going to make that money back on your first go? I mean, this is the thing. If you're an expert in a particular field, then we've got something to work on. But come on, let's be honest, right? You're watching Ali's video, you're watching my video because you're looking to make it money the easy way. You're looking to make money without having to do anything. And there's no shame in that. We all go through this period in our lives. But as Ali said, you got to have it. It's got to be value oriented. I mean, I'd love to make money the easy way. It's just really attractive, and things like this we can't help but click. I mean, come on, I've got my copy of Rich Dad Poor Dad as well. I'm in the exact same position as you. Let's not beat about the bush here. The chances are you're probably not an expert in anything. And what I can only say if you're planning to write an ebook is that only write it if you are genuinely enthusiastic and genuinely passionate about sharing whatever it is you want to share. So for me, this Running for Success is a how-to guide on how to start running, how to train for a marathon, how to avoid injuries, and how to create a mindset for success based on running, based on the idea that you're never going to give up and that you get tasks done even when you're not motivated to do them. It's also a memoir in that regard, and for me this was a very personal story which I wanted to share because I thought it could encourage people and I thought it could have a positive impact, and that was the primary goal. The primary goal wasn't to make money. And I think in general, if you're doing things just for the money, it's gonna come across as really dishonest, and people are going to probably catch on to that because you're not going to be putting your heart and soul into actually spreading that value, and it's all got to be about the value that you can give people. So only write an ebook if you genuinely are passionate about solving someone's problem, if you're willing to put in the work in to solve their problem. But to be honest, in today's day and age, with the saturated market that Amazon is, with the amount of shit books on Amazon, whether they're just poorly created or if they're just useless colouring books which are just there for passive income, it's just, you're not going to stand out, right? You need to have something. If you want genuine passive income which continues on, and you don't need to put any work into it, then you need to be something special, and you're probably not. Let's just be honest with each other, right? I can't publish a book that's going to create passive income. Why? Because I'm in my early 20s and I know fuck all about life, right? That's just a reality. Again, I read Rich Dad Poor Dad and I thought I'd love to have some passive income, and I genuinely did think maybe if I published this book I'd get a bit of passive income from it. No, it's just a bit of your investment coming back to you, and at the end of the day it's not about the money. I don't make much money from my ebook, I can tell you that, and without meaning to blow my own trumpet too much, it is above the average standard of what most independently published books are like. And this is not, we're not talking about a flop here. This was a bestseller in 3 categories, and it's been very well received by everyone who's read it. Again, check it out if you want to see for yourself. Cheeky bit of advertising there, but that doesn't mean it's going to make money. So if you're thinking about the ebook route, I would say only write a book, only go through that sacrifice of time, energy and effort if you're genuinely passionate about the value that you're giving to the other person. If you're not, it's not passive income. It probably never will be. Forget about it. If anyone's got any question about publishing an ebook or the actual money involved or actually going about marketing or any of the process at all, do let me know in the comments below, because I'd love to talk about this a bit more. It's a very exciting process actually publishing your own ebook. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents after watching Ali's video. If you're new around here, my name is Ellis and I make videos on personal development, on how running helps me achieve my goals and how I learned Japanese language as well. A lot of exciting stuff coming up, as well as this rather cinematic video on why you might want to keep your goals a secret from people. This is one of my key areas for success and one that I would love to share with you. So look forward to that in the coming weeks. Press the subscribe button for more and I look forward to seeing you in future videos. But thank you very much. My name is Ellis Warren and I'll catch you next time.